Cash obviously must be a bitterly disappointing loss, that one. Very scrappy game, lots of mistakes, sort of maybe not enough playing from you guys, a lot of kicking out of hand. What do you think sort of went wrong? Game plan or?
Yeah, it was quite stop-start, wasn't it? Probably initially, I think we lost a bit of set piece, which couldn't get us into our tactic structure, and then with individual errors. On top of that, I think we gave them a set piece to attack and pin us in our own half. Just didn't really manage to get any momentum on attack, like consistently. I think that's frustrating because we wanted to attack them. We also know that if you kick the ball long against them, against Devon and Canyon and Kirtley, they could probably punish you. So just scrappy. I think you said it right. Thanks, Ross.
Coach, just second half, the team wasn't able to step up and level all that gear. What would you think that two, especially with the goals coming on? You have to not sort of, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I think there's probably more errors. And I think under pressure, we probably went a little bit individualistic. We just felt that one more rack or one more phase, and we probably could have punished them. But again, then either error or silly turnover. The pressure seemed to stay on us. We didn't really manage to apply the pressure back into them. So through our errors or through our mistakes or through one or two penalties, they just kept the pressure on us.
How were conditions on the field? Was it quite tough? It's all quite wet, there were a lot of mistakes sort of from both sides of knock-ons and, not able to go forward, neither side sort of really charge until that last 20 minutes with the Bulls pulled away. So how were those conditions on the ground?
Yeah, you try not to blame conditions. The ball was a little bit slippery. It was humid, but in saying that, it wasn't just wasn't good enough from both sides. I think we should have kept the ball a lot better, especially us. We had opportunities to keep the ball, and we just didn't do that.
It looked quite physical.
Yeah, I actually think the previous game was more physical. It just because we couldn't, there wasn't so many phases that it probably looked physical. Then the ball spits out and then turnover, and you play again from that. So that's probably why it looked a little bit more physical from my point of view. Some of the forwards, might say different. It's always physical against the Bulls. You against the African team will always be physical. I just think conditions, errors didn't allow for us to go there.
Yeah, so Coach Jake pointed out now that it's sometimes easier to play a team back to back. Do you feel maybe that the tactics of the day that you fell into the trap of trying to play like you did at Loftus and repeat that performance instead of maybe approaching it in a different way?
To be honest, not at all. We actually, I can't remember us playing 3 phases. So it's difficult to enforce any plan if you can't get into playing. I think we had quite a different plan that we wanted to play as well. No, so I don't think it's a case of copy and paste and let's see what happens.
So then again, when did the plan go wrong then?
Yeah, like I said, I think initially we didn't really get the line on ball like we wanted to play and put them under pressure. And again, like I said, I don't think we got through 3 phases. Then it's really difficult because then you give them set piece, then the game slows down again. Then at one stage they got a bit of penalties on us at scrum. I think we fixed it eventually, but then you spend time on your own half. Then it's difficult.
Look, it was a tough loss, but there must still be positives that you can look at. Like Henko had a very good match.
I think at some stages our defense was unbelievable. Physical, scanning, moving, a lot of things that we worked on. I think statistically the Bulls are probably one of the better attacking teams in the URC. And yes, we did concede 4 tries, but I think in long phases we really kept them out well and really put pressure on them defensively. again, our kicking game didn't really complement our attacking game and didn't really complement the defensive game. So when we did get the ball, we do put them under pressure. We kind of released it again. Yeah.
Marius, what do you think needs to be done to go forward now? It's been now lost 4 games together in all competitions, twice against the Bulls. What needs to be done now to go forward and overturn that? It was not so long ago that you guys were winning 5 matches in a row, you know, so it's been quite a turnaround, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think, you know, we've spoken about in the weeks around our execution and, you know, errors. I don't feel like it's a trend that we do. It's not a trend of errors that creep in. It's just little things every now and then. So yeah, well, it's definitely something we'll have to look up. We sorted out our attack, but again, if we can't keep the ball, if we can't get set piece, we can't get into attack. Yeah, so it's probably we'll have to look at as a backline our ability to run and then kick. As a forward, as a unit back, scrums line out. So individually, unit wise, we'll have to look at that. Overall, I think we'll have to make sure that we get better at all aspects of our game.
Thanks, Walter.
Coach, daar in die eerste helfte dit ook voorgekom asof julle vasgepen was in julle eerste helfte en julle kon net nie daar uitkom op basis uit die gebied tussen julle 22 en die 10 meter lyn. So die beleid julle daar vasgepen en basis doodgesnoer. Dink jy daar's iets wat julle beter kon doen om daar uit te kom?
Ja, jy gaan altyd iets beter kan doen, maar jy gaan bal moet hou om net beter te kan doen. So as jy wil aanval, daar's altyd 1 of 2 terug. So jy kan daar is skopspasie, daar's ook hardloopspasie, maar dan moet jy net bal kyk. En as jy skop, dan moet jy effektief skop en goed chase. Soos ek sê, dit voel net jou, ek dink nie ons kon vir 'n minuut lank volhoue goeie druk op hulle sit nie. Ons of 'n fout gewees of iets het die tempo gebreek. So ons kon nie regtig tempo kry en in die game bly en speel nie. So dis as ek so 'n bietjie dit kan antwoord is ons het so goed voorberei in terme van goed wat ons gesien het, wat ons wou hulle onder druk sit. So ja, dit is teleurstellend.
Iets anders wat ook opgeval het is dat ons baie weggesit het in steede van om te probeer hardloop. Was dit iets wat beplan was of is dit maar net iets wat op die veld gebeur?
Ja, ek dink as jy in jou helfte vasgepen word, is dit een van die maniere om uit te kom. Dink jy ons het noodwendig die bal weggeskop in die aanvalskant nie is. As jy so baie tyd in jou aan jou kant van die veld spandeer, gaan jy ongelukkig tyd die bal moet skop om druk te klik.
Which I mean, you obviously are one of your key players in the final language can give you the ball forward and also very good in the nose. How do you think that affects it? The way that you guys feel about the big match in it? Do you think you will be able to give you guys a little bit more extra?
Yeah, he's a quality player. I think you saw that in his previous performance. Losing him late on Wednesday obviously is a bit of a loss. I think Ron Venter coming back from injury really did a stellar job as well. Came up and brought a bit of physicality. But I think in general, just Manu's work rate and what he brings, the energy that he brings, obviously you're gonna miss that. Hopefully touch and go shot big out.
Speaking about that, obviously, in terms of guys' goals, must have turned into a must-win now. Been 2 weeks for the guys to prepare for that. What do you think you need to do to make sure you get the win?
Yeah, big game. Like Mana said, I think the frustration, but the reality is you can't be inconsistent in lineouts and inconsistent in scrums and inconsistent in kicking game and not keep the ball in attack. You just got to be a lot better in all that departments. Like I said, we really trained. It's probably our best 2 training weeks the whole season in terms of that improvement. So to get that was quite disappointing.
Happy guys? Okay, one more. Happy?
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.